Before the missionaries came, before colonization redrew the map of the African spirit, before the silence of modernity fell upon the sacred groves, there was Odinani, the spiritual pulse of the Igbo people. It was not a religion in the Western sense. It was a world view, a cosmology, a living contract between the human and the divine. Every river had a voice, every tree a witness, every birth and death a dialogue between worlds. And at the center of it all stood a belief system so intricate, so profound, that it mapped both the stars and the soul. But what exactly is Odinani? Who is Chukwu, the source of all being, whose name still echoes in Igbo prayers today? What is the Chi, that personal spark of divine intelligence? And how does it guide each person's destiny like a shadow made of light? Who is Allah, the goddess of the earth, who judges morality not with fire and brimstone, but with soil and silence? And why do thunderclaps still carry the memory of Amadioha, the god of justice, whose voice once roared across village skies? In a world increasingly disconnected from land, from ancestors, from meaning itself, the wisdom of Odinani feels not only ancient, but urgently relevant. It teaches that every person carries a divine spark, that truth is enforced by thunder, that justice is written into the very earth. It is a tradition born not of conquest, but of communion, with nature, with spirit, with self. Odinani is not just a set of beliefs. It is a map of the invisible world, a mirror through which the Igbo people understood who they were, where they stood, and what they owed to the universe. Today, many only know fragments, whispered names of gods, rituals half remembered, icons turned relics. But buried beneath centuries of colonial erasure lies a sacred science waiting to be remembered. This is not just a story about old gods or lost rituals. This is a rediscovery of spiritual architecture, of how a people built meaning, morality, and identity from earth, sky, and dream. This is Odinani, not forgotten, only waiting. At the summit of the Igbo spiritual universe stands Chukwu, the Great Spirit, the Supreme Being, the source from which all other realities emerge. Chukwu, sometimes called Chi-Ukwu or Chineke, is not just a god among gods. He is the cosmic essence, the silent architect of all creation, the breath that animates the seen and unseen. In Odinani, Chukwu is both transcendent and immanent. He is above all, yet present in all. Unlike many Western conceptions of God as a distant ruler enthroned in judgment, Chukwu is more like a flame in the heart of everything. Silent, omnipresent, immeasurable, Chukwu's name itself reveals his nature. Chi refers to spirit or life force, and Ukwu means great. He is the great Chai, the boundless origin of every individual Chai, every force, every vibration that moves through the worlds of humans, spirits, and deities. He is not worshipped through grand temples or graven images, but through reverence, humility, and alignment. For the Igbo, to live well is not just to obey, but to harmonize with the divine order that Chukwu has breathed into existence. His law is not written on stone tablets. It is inscribed into nature, into conscience, into the pattern of life itself. He is the ultimate creative force, the one who fashioned the heavens, the earth, and the myriad spirits that inhabit them. Chukwu delegates not because he is distant, but because his essence fills all things. He created the pantheon, Allah, Amadioha, Ikenga, Edenmili, each with a purpose, a realm, a resonance, but all owe their existence to him. In this way, Chukwu is not only God, but origin. He is the rhythm beneath the drum, the flame behind the sun, the silence from which the word is born. Chukwu is not petitioned casually. While other deities might receive offerings and prayers for daily needs, rain, fertility, justice, Chukwu is invoked in moments of highest seriousness, births, deaths, oaths, and destinies. To swear by Chukwu is to bind oneself to truth that cannot be broken without consequence. To understand Chukwu is to glimpse the blueprint of creation, a universe where everything flows from one eternal source, and where divine order is not a rule book, but a living song. If Chukwu is the source of all, then Chi is the fragment of Chukwu that lives within each individual, a divine spark that is at once personal and cosmic. To the Igbo, your Chi is more than a guardian or inner guide. It is your personal God, your spiritual twin, your invisible destiny encoded in light. Before a soul is born into the human world, it meets with Chukwu and chooses its path. That path, that agreement, is carried into life by the Chai. It is both destiny and witness, a divine partner that accompanies you from your first cry to your final breath. The Chai is a paradox, both you and not you. It walks with you, speaks to you in moments of silence, and sometimes pushes you toward choices you cannot explain. When a person succeeds in life, it is said, his Chi is strong. When they falter, his Chi is sleeping. But Chi is not fate in a rigid sense. It does not control, it aligns, it invites. The choices remain yours, but Chi is your blueprint, your compass, your secret map back to Chukwu. In traditional Igbo society, understanding your Chi was a sacred task. Diviners, elders, and priests could help reveal your Chi's purpose, especially when life seemed lost or chaotic. A person in conflict with their Chi might face endless obstacles, not as punishment, but as a sign that they had strayed from their path. Aligning with one's Chi was the key to peace, progress, and spiritual power. This alignment wasn't achieved through rituals alone, but through introspection, discipline, humility, and listening to the voice within. Chi is also deeply connected to the concept of individualism in Igbo thought. Unlike many communal African philosophies, the Igbo worldview celebrates personal destiny. Everyone has a path, a mission, a Chi that is theirs alone. Even twins, born of the same womb, are guided by different Chi. No two people can walk the same spiritual journey. This makes life sacred, purposeful, and deeply personal. To ignore your Chi is to live blind. To honor it is to live awake. In a world that often pulls us away from ourselves, the Igbo tradition offers a profound truth, that within you walks a divine guide, not outside in the heavens, but right beside you, whispering the way home. To the Igbo, the earth is not merely soil beneath one's feet. It is alive, aware, and sacred. And at the center of this sacredness stands Allah, also called Ani, the great goddess of the earth, morality, fertility, and the dead. She is not just a force of nature, but the moral compass of the cosmos. While Chukwu created the universe and Chi guides the individual, Allah governs the laws that bind community, spirit, and land. She is the womb of all things, the judge of all actions, the soul of the soil. Where there is breath, there is Allah. Where there is silence, she listens. Allah's domain is vast and layered. She is the spirit of the land itself, and by extension, the keeper of law, custom, and consequence. Every Igbo village, no matter how small or remote, has a shrine or sacred grove dedicated to Allah, a quiet, protected place marked by ancient trees, stones, or earth mounds. It is there that offerings are made, disputes are settled, and taboos are confessed. When a child is born, the people say the soul has come from Allah. When someone dies, they are said to return to her. She is the origin and the end, the soil that receives the newborn's umbilical cord and the same earth that welcomes the body back in burial. In Allah, life comes full circle. Perhaps her most profound role is as the guardian of morality. She is not a punisher, but a force of balance. In Igbo tradition, moral violations, theft, incest, deception, dishonesty are not just wrong, they are enso ani, abominations that pollute the land itself. These acts are believed to disturb the harmony between people and the earth, inviting drought, disease, or spiritual disorder. To commit enso ani is to offend Allah directly. The consequences are communal, and so too is the restoration. Priests and elders may perform cleansing rituals to heal the spiritual rift, seeking Allah's forgiveness through sacrifice, confession, and realignment with natural law. Allah is also the goddess of fertility, not only of crops but of families, dreams, and seasons. She breathes life into fields, multiplies livestock, and blesses wombs. Farmers pray to her before sowing. Women call to her in childbirth. Hunters acknowledge her before stepping into the forest. Her presence is invoked in every act that requires growth, nourishment, and continuity. In this, she is not just a goddess of land. She is the life that rises from it. When the rains come, it is said Allah smiles. When harvest is full, her blessing is evident. But Allah's power is not wielded with thunder or fear. It is a power of quiet authority. She is both mother and magistrate. Her shrines are among the most peaceful places in Igbo land, not because they are abandoned, but because they are revered. Children are taught to respect her through stories and proverbs. Adults show their devotion not only in ritual, but in the care they give their land, their bodies, their families, and their promises. She does not demand devotion through fear. She earns it through presence, through justice, through consistency. In an age where the natural world is desecrated and moral clarity often seems lost, Allah stands as a living reminder that land is sacred and that actions matter. She teaches that morality is not man-made. It is written into the soil itself. Through Allah, the Igbo people understood a truth many have forgotten, that to dishonor the earth is to dishonor the divine, and to live in balance with the earth is to walk in harmony with the gods. If Allah is the moral foundation, then Amadioha is the divine enforcer. He is the Igbo god of thunder, lightning, and justice, a force both feared and revered. Where Allah quietly guides with law and soil, Amadioha speaks with sky and fire. His presence is announced by the crack of thunder and the flash of lightning across the heavens. But he is not chaos. Amadioha is order in motion. He strikes not blindly, but righteously, always in defense of truth, always in pursuit of balance. His justice is swift and his memory long. Amadioha is more than a storm god. He is the executor of divine judgment, the one who acts when others only observe. When lies are told under oath, it is Amadioha who punishes. When injustice festers in secret, it is Amadioha who reveals it, sometimes through dreams, other times through natural disasters or personal misfortunes. He is the force that ensures moral order is not just preached, but enforced. In traditional Igbo courts, oaths were often sworn in his name, with the understanding that if one lied, divine retribution would not delay. Amadioha's wrath was not theatrical. It was direct, surgical, and inescapable. He is associated with light, energy, and truth, not only as punishment but as illumination. Amadioha is the lightning that splits darkness, the divine will that cuts through confusion. His name alone carries weight. To invoke Amadioha is to call down the heavens as witness. People may fear his judgment, but they also trust it. He is protector as much as punisher. The innocent seek his justice, the guilty flee his name. He is the storm, yes, but also the silence that follows when truth has been made clear. Unlike other deities with temples and structured priesthoods, Amadioha's presence is spontaneous, elemental. He is felt in the wind before a storm, in the sudden turn of fate, in loud signs that cannot be ignored. His symbol is often the white ram, a creature associated with purity, strength, and sacrifice. In many communities, unresolved disputes were brought to Amadioha through ritual offerings. Truth was believed to manifest in the outcome. Amadioha teaches that justice is not merely a social principle, it is a sacred law of the universe. When truth is violated, balance must be restored. And sometimes it takes thunder to remind the world that the gods are watching. Among the most personal and powerful symbols in the Igbo spiritual world is Ikenga, a horned figure of force, willpower, and masculine energy. Ikenga is not merely an idol or ornament. He is the embodiment of a man's chi in action, the physical representation of inner strength, ambition, and personal achievement. He is the spirit of movement, of victory, of progress. When a man rises early to work, when he overcomes adversity, when he triumphs in trade or battle, it is said that his Ikenga is awake and strong. Ikenga is not only carved from wood, he is carved from intent. Ikenga, whose name literally means strength of the right arm, is often carved with horns, symbols of power, aggression, and spiritual readiness. In Igbo cosmology, the right hand is more than just a limb. It is the executor of thought, the agent of destiny, the tool through which one's chi manifests in the world. A strong right hand means a strong life. A weak right hand implies stagnation, lost purpose, or defeat. To possess Ikenga is to believe in the power of your own will, sharpened by divine presence. But Ikenga is not about brute strength. He is about purposeful strength, strength used in alignment with chi and community. Every carving of Ikenga is unique, tailored to its owner's profession or calling. A warrior's Ikenga might hold weapons. A trader's might hold a knife and a cowrie bag. A farmer's might cradle a hoe. These variations are not aesthetic. They are spiritual declarations of one's mission and readiness. To own an Ikenga is to declare, I know who I am, and I am ready to act. Ritually, Ikenga is honored in private. Unlike communal gods like Allah or Amadioha, Ikenga belongs to the individual. He is kept in one's home, often near the hearth or in a personal shrine. He receives offerings before major tasks, a business venture, a court case, a long journey. Libations of palm wine, kola nut, and prayers are given to awaken his strength. He is not a god to fear, but one to invoke, a motivator, a mirror of one's own potential. In a world that often devalues spiritual self-determination, Ikenga remains a profound symbol of what it means to shape one's life with purpose. He reminds the Igbo that destiny is not only received, it is earned, sculpted, and fought for with one's own hands. Where Amadioha brings thunder and Ikenga embodies strength, Idunmili flows with the quiet power of water. She is the goddess of the sacred Idunmili River, a divine embodiment of femininity, fertility, and spiritual guardianship. Her name echoes like a song through the valleys and waters of Igbo land, and her presence is felt wherever the river moves. Idenmili is not loud like lightning, nor firm like earth. She is fluid, nurturing, cleansing, and wise. She does not strike, she soothes. She does not command, she comforts. In a world built on noise and conquest, she teaches the deeper magic of flow, grace, and presence. As the custodian of water, Idenmili is intimately tied to fertility in all its forms. The fertility of women, of land, of dreams. Her river nourishes the fields, quenches the thirst of villages, and serves as a sacred channel for divine communication. Women pray to her for children, healing, and harmonious homes. Men seek her favor in matters of peace, balance, and intuition. She is especially honored by those who feel burdened, overwhelmed, or disconnected, for Idenmili carries burdens downstream and returns clarity in their place. Where other deities are often invoked for action, Idenmili is approached for restoration. Her sacred animal is the python, a creature misunderstood by many but revered in Igbo cosmology. The python, known as Eke, is seen as a physical manifestation of Idenmili's presence. Its smooth, silent movement mirrors the river, its gaze calm and ancient. In communities near the Idenmili River, harming a python is taboo. If one is killed, it is mourned with full burial rites, as one would honor a spiritual elder. To see a python near the home is not a cause for fear. It is a visit from the divine. Idenmili's power also symbolizes emotional intelligence and feminine energy, not just in women, but in all beings. She governs the depths of the heart, the rhythms of intuition, the flow of empathy. Her rituals are soft, libations poured into water, prayers whispered by the banks, tears shed into currents that carry pain away. In Idenmili, the Igbo people honor the sacredness of emotional power, the holiness of water, and the strength of feminine divinity. She reminds the world that not all power conquers. Some heals, and in healing, transforms everything. To understand Odinani fully, one must enter the architecture of the Igbo cosmos, a universe divided not by walls, but by energy, presence, and vibration. The Igbo see reality as a tripartite structure: Eluigwe, the heavenly realm of the divine; Ala Madu, the physical world of human beings; and Ala Muo, the invisible realm of spirits, ancestors, and unseen forces. These three planes are not isolated from one another. They overlap, interconnect, and constantly interact. To live in Odinani is to recognize that you are always walking between worlds. Eluigwe, often translated as heaven or sky world, is the abode of Chukwu and other celestial beings. It is the highest vibrational realm, the origin point of Chi, and the final destination of the purest souls. It is here that spiritual agreements are made before birth and reviewed after death. Eluigwe is not a static paradise. It is a realm of wisdom, judgment, and eternal light. It watches over the other realms, sending guidance through dreams, omens, and divine whisperings. It is the source of moral order and the keeper of ultimate truth. Beneath Eluigwe lies Ala Mamadu, the world of humans. This is the realm of form, action, struggle, and transformation. It is the stage where the Chai becomes active, making choices, facing obstacles, and carving a path. Though physical, Ala Mamadu is no less sacred. It is the proving ground of destiny, where spiritual lessons become lived experience. Every step taken in Ala Mamadu echoes through Eluigwe and stirs the energies of Ala Mamuo. The human world is the bridge, fragile, vital, and sacred, and beneath the veil lies Ala Muo, the spirit world. It is populated by countless beings, Ndichie, ancestors, Muo, spirits, and other entities that influence the living. Some guide, others test. Some protect, others must be appeased. Alamuo is not far away. It hovers just beyond the senses, speaking through dreams, divination, and intuition. To disrespect the spirits is to invite chaos. To honor them is to gain favor and insight. Together, these three realms form the full map of reality in Odinani. To live wisely is to honor all three, to listen, to act, and to remember that the world is always more than it seems. In Odinani, the veil between the living and the dead is thin, almost transparent. The Igbo do not see death as an ending, but as a transition into another form of presence. The ancestors, known as Ndichie, are not gone. They are simply unseen. They dwell in Alamuo, the spirit world, but remain deeply invested in the affairs of the living. They are remembered not only in prayer, but in practice. Honored, fed, consulted, and sometimes even feared. Ancestors serve as protectors, moral examiners, and invisible judges. They are the ever-present witnesses to daily life, shaping outcomes and guiding the steps of their descendants. Communication with the ancestral realm happens in many ways, through dreams, divination, possession, or ritual offerings. A sudden illness might be seen as a warning from an offended ancestor. A lucky escape might be attributed to their invisible hand. Ancestors are invoked during family meetings, business ventures, and important decisions. They are not worshipped as gods, but respected as guides who have walked the path before and now walk beside. Maintaining a good relationship with one's ancestors ensures protection, fertility, prosperity, and spiritual clarity. Alongside the ancestors dwell the spirits, a wide array of beings, some benevolent, others mischievous, and a few malevolent. These spirits inhabit rivers, trees, forests, crossroads, and even abandoned homes. Some are ancient forces of nature, others are the restless dead, those who died violently or without proper burial. The Igbo people maintain a respectful relationship with these spirits, offering food, kola nut, palm wine, and songs to keep the balance. Shrines are often erected in their honor, and rituals performed to seek favor or protection. Ignoring them invites disruption. Appeasing them restores harmony. Festivals are the great communal moments when the three realms, Eluigwe, Ala Mamadu, and Ala Mamuo, are consciously reunited. These seasonal celebrations are not merely about joy, they are spiritual recalibrations. The New Yam Festival, for example, is both a thanksgiving and a renewal, a way of honoring the land, the ancestors, and the gods who made the harvest possible. Drumming, dancing, masquerades, and feasting are all ways of celebrating life while inviting spiritual presence. Masked spirits walk among the living, blessing, warning, reminding. In Odinani, the spirit world is never far. It watches, listens, responds. Ancestors are not relics, they are relationships. Spirits are not myths, they are neighbors. Festivals are not entertainment, they are echoes of eternity. Through these interactions, the Igbo do not simply remember the past. They walk with it, dance with it, and keep it alive in rhythm, fire, and voice. To speak of Odinani is to speak of a rhythm, one that never stopped beating, even when it was buried beneath centuries of silence. Colonization, conversion, and the long forgetting tried to erase it, but Odinani endured. It survived in whispered prayers over hot coals, in the scent of incense beneath the Iroko tree, in the sacred silences of elders who remembered but were never asked. It survived in the names we still bear, in the proverbs still spoken, in the dreams we still dream. And now, as the world searches for roots in a time of restlessness, Odinani calls out once more, not as a relic of the past, but as a road back to meaning. This is not nostalgia, this is return, a remembering, a homecoming. Across the diaspora and within Igbo land itself, sons and daughters are reawakening to the power of their ancestral wisdom. not in opposition to other beliefs, but in reclamation of what was always theirs. Young people are learning the names of the gods. Elders are singing the old songs once more. Rituals once hidden in fear are again being honored in truth. And with each act of remembrance, the spiritual fire grows brighter. A flame passed from hand to hand, voice to voice, soul to soul. To you watching this, may the gods walk with you. May Chukwu, Chi Ukwu shine your path with clarity and surround your destiny with peace. May your Chi awaken, guiding you through trial and triumph with quiet wisdom. May Allah, Mother of morality and land, keep your conscience clean, your harvests plentiful, your children safe. May Amadioha, wielder of lightning, strike down falsehood and raise you in truth. May Ikenga, your right hand of ambition, fill your spirit with fire and strength. May Idenmili, flowing river of compassion, bathe your soul in calm and beauty. And may the Ndichi, the ancestors who watch from beyond, bless your steps and protect your name. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are part of a sacred story, and that story still lives in your blood. This is your inheritance. Honor it, speak it, breathe it. Let Odinani rise, not in silence but in song. Let the gods hear you. Let the world remember.